Okay, so for the next thing, next chocolate tempering, you can see that Marla is washing and drying this ball, and it's got to be perfectly dry. If you leave any drop of water or anything that's not supposed to be there, it will ruin the whole chocolate. Okay, so make sure that it's absolutely dry, and even if it looks dry, you might want to still wipe it out with a paper towel.
Okay, looking at our boiling water, we're going to reduce the heat to a simmering stage and put our clean bowls on top. Today we're going to look at doing how many grams?
80 grams each.
80 grams. You can use your wooden spoon. If you are actually on the right temperature, it will actually be quick when we are tempering. And if you feel that the bowl is getting hot, you have to raise it because you don't want that chocolate to burn. Okay, and sometimes you will end up burning chocolate, which is part of your learning how to temper chocolate. Okay, and then I'm going to take it back a little bit for a short time on the stove or hob. Keep on stirring. Back again. Keep on agitating the crystals. Remember, the number 5 crystals is what we want. There you go. It's getting to that stage where you have already the liquid, and I call it always the liquid gold. I will lower the temperature of this. I will put another new metal bowl on top. I will still mix it first. Okay, and we're moving first and putting and lathering up this tempered chocolate. Again, I still have those chocolate melts that are not fully melted, but we can always grab our spatula and we're just lathering up this. You could see that there's one part there that we have those unmelted chocolate, but that's okay. Lather up, and this is 80 grams of chocolate. I can always bring this back to that simmering water, but at this point I won't do that. I'll go back to the white chocolate this time. We have the bowl ready. You can leave a tiny bit of that white chocolate. This time we're getting a clean wooden spoon because we don't want to mix the white and dark chocolate all at the same time. Okay, white chocolate will temper differently. It will require a different temperature. But again, your basic gut will tell you that when it's reaching to a point that it's turning into liquid, you can agitate it well and it's ready to go. Actually, this is taking shorter time to temper. I will introduce the rest of that white chocolate to just reach the desired temperature for tempering white chocolate. See, I'm agitating it, and it's turning now into liquid, but you can still see that the shine is there. I can turn this off, and we can have a good mix of the remaining unmelted chocolate. And what we can do is actually pour this on top I would go randomly creating some and spreading it all over. Don't worry too much, because you will create some patterns, and then we'll top it up with some choices of chips, nuts, and make it a little bit more different. So at the tip of your knife, you just go swirling. So you would see patterns are created, and sometimes it would be also nice to get some of the chocolate on top of the white chocolate, so you can have that swirl effect. Okay, so here we're trying to just get some chocolate on top of white chocolate. This time you will probably need a buddy or somebody in your group to help you, because the process is getting trickier and you need someone. Okay, so this one you can just pick that up and you can return that later on, tempering it well again back to the bowl, because that's a whole unmelted chocolate. You don't want that in your bark. So just random patterns. Right? And then what we can do now is go with two other new ingredients, some fruity notes, and some popular choices. You can have one part. Let's see how white chocolate tastes with chips. Some thicker chips here. I'm not overly putting chips, but I'm just randomly spreading them. And then we have the medium-sized chips. And you can actually divide your chocolate bar into different flavors. And here's the surprise: some chili flakes over your chips. Just don't overdo it, because you just need a mild hit. And this one, you have a paprika that can go on top of your medium size, or you can just sprinkle it on the chocolate part only, not with the chips, and see how it tastes. The fun part is, let's play with the raspberries with the white chocolate, and you can have a combination of sweet and savory notes for your chocolate bar. See, I'm using also some paprika over the raspberry and see how it goes. And that is the end of our product development.
So Marla and I managed to make an epic mess, and I'm just going to show you the range of products that we have made today, okay? But of course, as you can probably imagine, there's a lot of leftovers, bits and pieces, so we're going mad with those, and we are going to create something. I don't know what Marla knows.
Yeah.
But she's put the dark chocolate and some chips and some chili back into the melting pot so that she can get all the bits out, because honestly, like, that's the worst thing when you're trying to wash a bowl and it's covered in thick chocolate, that then you will spend like half an hour trying to scrub it. So she's just, look at that, oh my goodness, chips, more chips. Okay, I like this.
And then another.
And then more. So we've got the 3 different kinds of chips. But in case you were wondering, they were all salty chips, so not flavor fancy chips, just the ready salted chips. And now she's trying to cover them and melt them.
I'm reusing the leftover chocolate here.
So you see, that's why we weren't worried about having 1 or 2 unmelted bits there, because you will actually get everything out.
And you can have potato chips chocolate clusters.
Clusters.
We call it clusters now because they're
not enough to make a bark, but
Yes.
it's enough for clusters.
so you can actually bring your ideas back to the drawing board, but be creative in the form and in reusing also your leftover. See, you can still sell this. Actually, people
I would buy it.
won't mind getting all this good flavors. Okay, see that? Still warm water.
Yeah.
You can still get that chocolate a little bit melted, but not to a stage that it's too hot.
Because it's too hot, it will make the chips soggy too, so you don't want that, right?
You're just tossing the chocolate into the wonderful sizes and flavors of the chips. Okay, so that, I think I go mad again with a little bit of paprika.
I'm Hungarian and we use paprika by the bucketful. So yeah, I encourage paprika.
And then a tiny bit of, there's visibility of some chiliness. Chili flakes. There you go. I think this is the best part of what we're doing.
Yeah, leftovers.
Leftovers.